7 minutes for me and 3 minutes for Deputy King. That's Ceann Comhairle. We're having this debate because I requested it at the Business Committee a few weeks ago, and I want to thank the other parties on the Business Committee and the Ceann Comhairle for agreeing to my request that we would have this debate. And my request was prompted by the fact that the Sick of Plastics Day is happening this Saturday, and I was keen that this House would debate it before that very, very positive initiative involving lots of environmental groups and young people. I was also, I have to say, prompted by what was a very inspiring visit to the New Park School, where, it has to be said, my own son goes, a few weeks ago. But the transition year students have a campaign to get plastics out of the park. Fantastic initiative to essentially eliminate the use of single-use plastics, particularly plastic bottles, and replace them with multi-use receptacles. A very positive initiative, and it is civil society, environmentalists and young people who are leading this fight. And they are absolutely right to do so, and frankly we all need a good kick up the backside to understand how serious this is. I didn't really understand how serious it was until I saw a film called Trash a few years ago, which I showed in here, a film made by the actor Jeremy Irons, who came here, bothered to come to the Dáil to show the film. Very few people actually turned up to watch it, and I hadn't seen it. I was just asked by Jeremy Irons to put it on in here, because he was showing it in parliaments in a number of places. But I was shocked by what I saw in that film, and anybody who looks into the facts of plastic pollution could be nothing other than terrified by what they are. And if climate change and the threat of climate change is, if you like, an existential threat facing humanity, well, so is plastic pollution. The facts are really scary. We throw enough plastic away every year to circle the entire planet 4 times. Every year. The 50% of the plastic we use just once, then we throw it away. Only 5% of the plastic that is used globally is recovered. Plastic accounts for 10% of all waste that is generated. It uses up about 8% of world's oil production, and as has already been mentioned, the connection with the oil industry is very important in this regard. In America, they throw away 35 billion plastic water bottles every year. 35 billion. Annually, 500 billion plastic bags are used worldwide. More than 1 million every minute. 46% of plastics float and can drift for years before eventually concentrating into big ocean gyres. It takes about 1,000 years for plastic to degrade. 97% of all plastics that have ever been made are still in existence, much of them floating in the world's oceans. The Great Pacific Garbage Patch, which was featured in the Trash film, is absolutely terrifying in its proportions. Twice the size of Texas, just off the coast of the United States. A massive concentration of plastics. About 40% of the surface of the world's oceans are covered in plastic, and you can go on. 1 million seabirds are killed annually from plastic on our oceans, and 100,000 marine animals. About 44% of all seabird species have plastics inside them or on them. Really, I can just go on with the terrifying, but literally plastic is choking the oceans and potentially choking the life out of the world we live in. So we need to act very, very soon and very radically if we're going to address this. And I think it's not just microbead plastics we need banned. I think we need to say now we're banning all non-recyclable plastics, and actually we should move towards all non-biodegradable packaging should be banned. That can't be done overnight, but I think we should set an ambitious target of doing it, setting a date for a couple of years' time and saying to producers, retailers and everything, this ban is coming in, In a couple of years, you better get with it. Get with the programme, stop producing these plastics, and they would have to start to move towards it. Obviously, things like a deposit and return scheme, but frankly, that's good, but I think we need to be much more radical. We used to have plastic bottles. I remember you used to have glass bottles and you got 5 cents back on them, right? Why did we get rid of them? And we used to have a thing called the Irish Glass Bottle Plant that did all the recycling, disgracefully closed down. Right? We should have our own recycling industry in this country, recycling stuff that isn't going to be, that can't biodegrade, but with stuff that can be recycled but doesn't damage the environment, and seriously invest in developing alternatives to plastic packaging. I mean, for example, I was in Oxford just a few weeks ago. There's a little small company there that is producing film-type plastic, but it's not plastic, it's made of sugar. Sugar, right? You can eat it, and it biodegrades. And then actually, the stuff that was on the radio the other day about the enzyme that eats plastic, coincidentally, I got a call from an old mate of mine who's actually producing this stuff, an enzyme that eats plastic. Right, this stuff can be done, but it needs government investment and support to do it. And the last point I want to make is this. If we're going to be serious about this, I think the whole recycling and waste collection system needs to be taken back into public ownership and standardised. Because if you just look at what the private producers are doing, there's no consistency in what you can and can't recycle, and it's being dictated, their policies are being dictated by what's profitable for them rather than what's good for the environment. We have to take profit out of the equation and the state to take the lead on getting rid of these plastics that are destroying our planet.